Okay, so in today's video, I want to check out mainly this part of the price action in XRP's price chart, and I'm going to talk to you about a very solid bullish sign that happened in here, suggesting that probably the next target in XRP is going to be setting an all-time high and taking the highest high around $3.5. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about XRP, we were somewhere around these areas, and I was saying maybe this is going to be starting from this point, an ABC in form of maybe an expanded flat that suggests from here we might get some more moves on the downside. But I also said that doesn't mean that we're going to be bearish. No, in fact, this is going to be part of a great bullish setup. Why is that? You see, in a lot of my analysis, I use Elliott waves. And in case that you are a new viewer, because these days, every single time that I make new videos, I get a bunch of new viewers and subs. You need to know that if you want to be bullish on any chart, you need to be able to find off of the recent lowest low of it, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. This specific example is a normal 5 wave. The rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulsive movement, wave 3 should not be the smallest wave, and for sub waves, you know it. We must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. Let's change the colors to red so you can see it a bit better. There we go. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different scenarios. Doesn't matter. Let's say, sure, WXY into wave 4 and an ABC structure into wave 2. Understood? Okay, let's now go on the live chart and see what is happening and why in here we were so bullish in the previous video. Let's go on 5-minute time frame. You see, this point about $1.9 is the recent lowest low. And what do we have off of it? A very fast and a strong move on the upside, which is a very important characteristic of an impulsive movement. And also, if you zoom in more in here, you are definitely able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that made me say that, you know what, maybe the bottom in XRP is going to be in, and after a 5 wave up, what are we going to have? A correction structure on the downside. And I do still believe that this is a correction. It's just the fact that we didn't get this move down right in here that I expected. And I'm going to tell you, this is still an insanely bullish setup, and it can be, if I just do this and maybe go on 15-minute chart. There we go, a 1, 2, which suggests that the next move in XRP, according to this scenario at least, is going to be a big one on the upside into wave 3 and 4 and 5. And I do believe that in this phase in XRP, we can actually set an all-time high and take the highest side around $3.5, and we might go quite a bit more higher than that. I think that is definitely possible. Now, what is the great bullish sign that we talked about it earlier in the video? Well, for me, it's not really that much of an important sign, but if you had any doubts about XRP and the bull run being over, then okay, I was saying you need to be able to find off of the highest high in Ripple, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, something like this. And what happened recently? You see, in this move on the upside in Ripple, we actually took the highest side. Now here's a question. How exactly right now are you able to find from this high to about here a 5 wave impulsive structure down? The answer is most likely you cannot. And we're not going to say it's absolutely impossible. No, I guess there is a possibility for us to have some sort of a 5 wave down in here, but chances of that scenario being in play by taking this high in XRP is now extremely limited. And we are definitely going to say, look, at least according to my primary scenario, in this move down, we are dealing with a corrective movement, probably a WXY in form of a flattened zigzag. And let's zoom in more. Okay, this is ABC down in form of an expanded flat into wave W, ABC up, correction into wave X, and this can be our second ABC zigzag down into our wave Y. And from here, we're just going to continue our uptrend and take the highest side for the first target. But again, I do believe that we're going to go higher than that, and we are going to most likely set an all-time high, take the highest side around $3.5. And again, I want to be very clear. I just do not believe in XRP. We're just going to set an all-time high and then it will be over. Absolutely not. I believe there is a very, very high chance that this is just the beginning of a magnificent bull run in Ripple. You see, when you go on some higher time frames, for example, daily chart, you are definitely able to find from here a 1, 2, and then we're going to say this huge move on the upside is going to be into wave 3. And I think we might be just in the middle of this thing. And afterwards, we're going to have correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, and even on a higher degree, you know it if you are an OG viewer. This orange 5 wave up is actually going to be into this larger degree wave 3, and then we're going to have correction for 4 and even another huge move on the upside into wave 5. And here's a very important point. In a 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside, usually wave 3 gets extremely extended. But in commodity and also crypto market, sometimes we have a habit of having extensions into our wave 5. So what's the messaging here? If something like that is going to happen in XRP, and if this is a decent move up into wave 3 and we're not having our wave 5 yet, it means the real extension and the main part of the bull run in Ripple is still yet remain to be seen. That's why I want to argue we're not just going to set an all-time high and then say, well, it's over in XRP. We're just going to from there get a move down and set new lows. No, definitely not. I want to be very clear. This whole move down in Ripple took 7 years. And whenever you are having drawn out correction structures like this, usually that leads to an extreme extension, which is another bullish sign in XRP, suggesting in this cycle, XRP investors are going to get what they absolutely 100% deserve. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In XRP, in the mid to long term, we just do not have anything to be worried about. I fully believe this is just the beginning of a fantastic bull run. And in the short term, we are also now seeing some very solid bullish signs. And it's the fact that in this move, we took this high right here, which means pretty much no shot for us to be able to find an impulsive movement starting from the highest side. And this is indeed a correction, suggesting the next phase in XRP is going to be on the upside, hopefully in order to, by the first step, set an all-time high and go maybe quite a bit more higher than that. Now, in the short term, if you see a move down from here or maybe a bit higher in order to take this low, at that point, I want to be very clear. Overall, we are still dealing on some higher time frames with a fantastic bullish setup, but we're just going to say this correction is going to take maybe a bit of time, and then afterwards we're going to get a big move up. However, since for now we're not there yet, we are definitely allowed to be bullish and optimistic. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XRP's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.